YouTube, it's time to dive deep and pull apart this 3.0 trailer. I want to have a look at this with you. I've already had a look at it on stream, but there's a lot to this that I think a lot of people may have missed. Now, fair warning, there's going to be a lot of pausing because I'm going to have a lot of talking points, but before we jump into this, I want to give a big thank you to the sponsor of this video. Thank you to Outplayed for sponsoring this video. If you're still manually recording your gameplay, whether it's Genshin, FPS, or pretty much any game that you play, you don't need to be. Outplayed can instantly record all of the cool moments or even full sessions of gameplay at the click of a button. You can set it up to record knocks, revives, deaths, kills, victories, or for Genshin, you can set up hotkeys to start and stop recording certain events like boss fights. Maybe you want to show your friends on Discord a high damage character. Clip it, edit it in the app, and you can send it direct from Discord. They have a ton of games in the library and they're only ever adding more, so feel free to use the link down in the description and download Outplayed today. Okay, let's hop into this, shall we? The version 3.0 trailer.
Have you heard of Soul before?
Well, this is the Soul tree.
The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it.
So the Dendro Archon's consciousness is directly connected to the Soul tree, or the Soul. Now, I just want you to remember, because we're probably going to get back onto it with a talking point later, that during the chasm, we also found a tree underground with a withered seed. Obviously, there's a lot of withering going on here, and it could be very interesting. Now, also take a quick look at a couple of things here. Somebody in my Discord server actually pointed out that up at the top left, you can see a cube. Down here, you can see cubes. Now, I'm not saying this is anything 100% fact or anything. However, I would love for us to see the unknown god in a story, or just an appearance of something from the unknown god. And someone said it kind of looks like the cubes from the unknown god in the I think it was a trailer with Lumine with all the red cubes. I'll try find it and put it on screen so you can see. And it could be interesting because we also see it later on.
People of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom.
You can also see some red stuff going on here too.
Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity a few hundred years ago.
So she disappeared, it doesn't say she died.
The sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru.
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Yes.
Milu's Dance of Subzeros is about to begin. The most important performance at the Subzeros Festival.
Now, this whole Dance of Subzeros is very, very cool, I think, because it kind of acts as, or it looks like it acts as a mirage, or she creates some kind of illusion to make it look like Sumeru is brighter and bigger than it actually is, or vice versa. I'm not too sure. I guess we'll find out. However, it does interest me that Sumeru could just be a place that is one big illusion, maybe, or if anybody comes looking for Sumeru, maybe she can do this Dance of Subzeros to maybe hide Sumeru.
The goddess of flowers began to dance. Countless beautiful Parisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped.
God, it's such a beautiful place. It is so beautiful. I cannot wait to explore this place. Ah, the bird. I'm kidding, obviously. The big ruin monster is dreadfully terrifying, but again, we'll get back to that later because there's a bit of a better scene, in my opinion, for this.
People compared to the divine.
I don't know what that is.
We still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Yes.
The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
I want to see it. This thing looks... when I first saw this, I was like, it looks so familiar, and I don't know what it is. Now, for me, I haven't seen a Dendroculus yet, or a Dendro-Oculus. It could be that. However, I haven't seen it. I don't think we've been shown it. But if I look at this, it looks almost identical, including the little bits that come out to the side here of wood. It looks like an Animoculus. At least I think it does. So maybe that's got some kind of connection to something. It looks very cool, and it has got like a blue light. It might be green. I don't know. Color theory is not my strong point, you know, with the lighting and everything, but it looks kind of blue to me. I guess we'll see.
Trainee Forest Ranger Kale reporting for duty.
Kalei's gonna be great. I have read the manga. I'm very much looking forward to her.
Fly!
The boomerang looks sick. I also find it really cute, and you'll hear this in a second, that her E skill, I'm assuming, when she, or maybe it's her ult actually, I'm not too sure, where she throws out the Baron Bunny-esque looking thing, slash Dendro Slime looking thing, because it goes in and out of the ground like a Dendro Slime. The name of it is very similar to just Kale and Amber. It's adorable. It's cute.
The Withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world.
So if the Withering originates from the depths of the world, could that mean the Abyss? I was thinking maybe Sumeru could be heavily connected to the Abyss. Again, there's more things linking that together later on in this trailer, but it's a cool theory to think about.
I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering zones here for a long time.
Maybe.
Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline.
Tanari looks incredible. Incredible.
One with the forest.
He throws bombs, his arrow ability. Dude,
Let's nip that in the butt.
I think he looks great. Now, obviously, if you don't know, Tanari is going to be going under the standard banner when 3.1 begins, I'm pretty sure. So if you don't necessarily want him really badly, you can just wait until he goes under the standard banner and hope to lose 50-50 to him. I personally will still be pulling for Tanari on the banner that he comes out with in 3.0 because I want him. And I don't want to risk having to wait like 6 months to not lose a 50-50 to him, you know?
It's called an AKASHA Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Now, this is very interesting. The terminal is something that the Traveler gets to wear. Now, bear this in mind and remember this, because this is going to be interesting. I also would love you to take note of the color of the Traveler's earrings and other accessories on the outfit, because it does resemble what element they are using. This is green, even though it looks yellow to me, but color theory, you know? So, obviously, the Traveler's using Dendro here. Yellow would be Geo, blue-ish would be Animo, and then you got purple, which would be Electro, for example. The only other ones that I think we've really seen is going to be black for Elementless and white, which is when the Traveler's at full power. Remember that for in a second.
By the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
You may use an AKASHA Terminal to connect directly to the AKASHA and access any knowledge you need.
So if you can use the AKASHA Terminal to access any knowledge you need, and then we have this thing.
The Divine Knowledge Capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Use it, and you'll gain the wisdom of the gods.
That line makes me worried, but very excited. Because if we can access any knowledge we need with the AKASHA Terminal, I mean, obviously we're probably not going to use it to find our sister, because, I mean, you know, it'd be really cool if we did, or brother, depending on who you play as. I'm just going to say sister because I play as Ether. For some reason, I just don't see us using it to try find Lumine, and it kind of upsets me. Like, we probably could do that, but I think something greater is at play, and we'll see.
I need you to find someone, a traveling merchant.
Dory. I think Dory looks sick. I think she looks cool.
Seek, my dear customers.
I did not realize for the longest time as well that she is a Claymore user. If we go frame by frame here, you can see her genie actually uses the Claymore for her. It's so cute. But her attack style looks really cool too, because she just like bounces on it and uses it and throws it around. It's really, really sick. I think it's cool. Also, Debate Club, best weapon in the game.
Shazam! Here's the goods!
She seems so smug too. Look at that. Like her auto attack skills look
It
cool.
really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose.
Mark my words, our god shall return.
Our god shall return. Very, very interesting sentiment to say, and it bodes a lot of questions for me, because the thing is, there's a lot of gods in Genshin Impact, right? It's not just Archons, it's not just, you know, the big seven or whatever. There's also, like, the god of salt, for example. There's the god of snow, god of sand. I'm curious if we're going to get to meet another, maybe, like, lesser-known god or something in, maybe the desert or something like that. I think that'd be really cool. Obviously, Sinnoh's very Anubis-inspired, but it'd be cool if, like, each of the two regions had like opposing gods or something like that.
All will suffer retribution together.
These new enemies, by the way, look really cool. Really cool.
You all saw that just now? The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
Grand Sages are the people in
Maybe
power.
they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death.
Some emotional stuff going on.
Pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities in this land of knowledge and reason.
This device, it's extract.
Now, I thought this looked like the thing that we saw in the Golden Apple Archipelago, the red one that was broken and stuff, but a lot of people said that I'm just wrong about that, which I might be remembering wrong. I haven't seen it in a while. But either way, this thing looks incredibly cool, and it's obviously got some kind of elemental energy inside it. It looks really cool. It's extracting energy from the ley lines.
Extracting energy from the ley line.
It looks like he used the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
This part
The
is odd.
Subzeros festival. What? Go celebrate the birth of that god.
What's happening? Oh, come on!
Go celebrate the birth of that god. He says after using the Divine Knowledge Capsule, which can give you the knowledge of the gods. It's very interesting. It is very interesting. And obviously, I'm assuming the Divine Knowledge Capsule can be used more than once. I'm assuming it's been used in the past and it's up for sale now. And this guy used it. But also, there's something else interesting about it.
The Subzeros festival.
Boss?
Go celebrate the birth of that god.
What's happening? Oh, come on!
I don't know if he's the robot or what.
Archon
I think this might be the Grand Sage.
created the utopia that is Sumeru.
This thing looks incredibly cool. Not 100% sure what it is, but we are seeing this withering effect happen again with the red. But this scene is incredibly interesting to me, and I want to point out why in just a second.
City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth.
This whole area looks
People
incredible.
only wish to defile it.
The Abyss.
It would be too.
Okay, you saw what just happened, right? You saw the fact that the Traveler gets absolutely obliterated by this big eye. The thing that I noticed when I watched this, and a couple of people in my chat noticed and told me to watch back a couple of times so I could see it properly, is this. So if we see here, if I go frame by frame, we're obviously wearing the flower crown. We've got the Dendro elements going on, which is really cool. I really like it. I can't wait to see what Dendro is going to be like. We look like we're obviously getting braced for something big happening. And then... then it cuts to this. And this is probably the most interesting couple of frames in the entire trailer for me. Now, Hoyover's are really good at, like, showing off things in very small doses and teasing things to the player base. Now, if you look at the Traveler here, and I don't think this is anything to do with color theory and lighting and glows, we're in a dark goddamn cavern. The Traveler's earring, the Traveler's accessories that you can see, they're all white. Very, very, very white. Just like in the opening cinematic where you're fighting the unknown god with your sister, with Lumine, and it's the exact same. So my thoughts is that maybe we use the AKASHA Terminal to access the quote-unquote any knowledge we need, or we use the Divine Knowledge Capsule to get the knowledge of the gods, and maybe for even if it's just for a split second to protect ourselves, or even if it's just for a moment in the entire story, what if the Traveler gets a portion of their original powers back? I can't wait to see what comes of this. That is, it's been sending me for days, and I want to know what you'll think about it as well. So let me know down in the comments below, but it seems very clear here that this outfit is the glowing white. It is the original one that we see. I'll put it up on screen for reference. And it's also in the PV for Sumeru. When Aether is standing at the burning tree, the earring is white. Let me know what you think. Also, another point for this is if you go frame by frame, you will notice a lot of people are saying the thing that blocks the attack is actually the creature here. Now, I don't know if this creature is some kind of god, but if you look, it's like it moves back, or the camera moves back, and it's right there. Listen, I'm not going to say it's obliterated and gone, but the beam goes further than it, and it doesn't really look like it's blocking it, you know? I'm just saying I don't think that's necessarily what it is. The beam does stop just before the Traveler and Paimon. It looks like it hits the ground. But if not for, like, original powers or something, I'm sorry, but this whole sequence of events that happens right here, with all the flashing and the big explosion that happens at this part, this is really cool, by the way. I don't think we survived that. I don't think the Traveler survives that. There's got to be something interesting here that we just don't know yet. So I'm excited to find out what it's going to be.
Too risky to continue the Subzeros festival at this.
Now, this part is where I kind of went a little bit insane. The big ruin guard outside that we keep seeing, the big ruin monster that is like the size of a mountain, is quite literally coming alive. And I still don't know what to think about this. It's either good. I mean, I would love for like a really difficult weekly boss from this or something that is huge, with a lot of mechanics. I don't know if that's what we're going to get. I have no idea. I cannot see where they're going to go with this, and that excites me in itself.
At this point.
But it's definitely alive. Now, Nilo here she definitely has a greater part to the story, 100%. There's a couple of things that I'm going to go back to too. So she just completely disappears here in what looks to be a glitch. So is she actually here? Is she an illusion? Is she created by the Divine Knowledge Capsule? Is she just a figment? I don't know.
We don't have any
But it's very cool.
festivals to waste.
The Abyss.
Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial?
Now this, again, this is another part. Are you so ignorant or just living in complete denial? As that is being said, you can see that Nilou's dance is pretty much getting rid of Sumeru. If you watch this closely, you will notice that the golden stuff isn't creating something, it's getting rid of it. It looks like she's either trying to hide Sumeru or dispel the effects that are showing that it is as grand as it is. Have a look at this.
Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete
Disappearing. And here you can see the cubes that I was talking about earlier in quite a bit more clarity. They are definitely cubic in shape. This interests me a lot. Again, there's so many characters I want to meet in Genshin, but I would absolutely love to meet 2 in particular. 3 in particular. I would love to see the Unknown God again. I would love to meet Alice in person. And I would love to meet Istaroth.
The world forget.
The world forget me. I don't know if that's Nahida's voice. It kind of sounded like Nahida's voice at first to me, but a lot of people have said it sounds a little bit like Lumine's voice. But if it's Nahida's, it does make a lot of sense as well, because obviously these scenes that we see where she's just sat there and then she's gone, it would make a ton of sense, right? It just would. Now, the promotional video I do want to quickly go over as well, because again, there's a couple of very interesting parts in this that I referenced that I would love to show. Obviously, we have Tanari here. Everything in this world runs in a loop. I am still of the thought that Lumine has been through this world once, but the loop has, you know, continued yet again.
As for the truth, that's on you to find out.
We see this cool stuff happening here. There's a thing in particular. Now, I can't skip over Milady. I cannot wait for Dea, honestly. I really, really can't. And Sino, but Dea just, oh, she looks so good. She looks so cool. Now, this scene is very interesting as well. This scene is very, very, very interesting. You'll notice there's a couple of characters blurred in the background here. Keep watching this.
Is a small and simple secret.
You see the Traveler here with Paimon. Hold on, I will move my camera. See that the Traveler is here with Paimon, and next to us looks to be another NPC, or someone who looks slightly better than an NPC in my opinion. I don't know who it is. I've never seen them. They have bandages on, it looks like. They look very cool, right? But then watch when Nilou dances across the screen. So here it is. And then Nilou dances across the screen and she is just gone. The Traveler and Paimon are still there, but Nilou is danced across and the random person that we don't know who it is just disappeared. They are just gone. I'm excited to find out what that's going to be about because at the minute I have no idea.
The end. I'm just the moon.
A lot of people have also said besides Nahida here looks to be Catherine. Because this looks very similar to Catherine's shoes, which I didn't tell at all from the get-go, but it is very, very possible. So I guess we'll see where that goes.
I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
I'm just the moon, the real sun is long gone. A lot of people, again, referencing the fact that they think the real sun could be the Dendro Archon previous, and that she is just the moon, she is like the new Dendro Archon. It's very possible. I'm excited to see where it goes, but I guess we'll figure that out as the story continues. And this is what I was talking about. This scene right here, we don't really get to see too much of the accessories on the Traveler's outfit, but the parts that usually glow is, I think, this part right here and the earring. Now, if you look at this, it's pure white. It is pure white. They could easily make it a slightly different color to show the element, and it might just be pure coincidence, but with what I already went through in the other trailer, kind of makes me think that maybe the Traveler does get a portion of their powers back during Sumeru, and it definitely interests me as to why, when, and how. I am very, very intrigued. My only other thoughts about this too is the fact that we are stood in front of the burning tree, just like Dottore was in the Harbinger trailer, and it makes me think maybe we are repeating a cycle, because the Dottore burning the tree was classed as the young Dottore, even though he doesn't like being called that. I have a feeling that happened way in the past maybe, and we are repeating the cycle. Another thing that somebody mentioned to me, which is a very good point, think of Dendro Slimes. For Dendro Slimes to come out, you need to burn the ground and then they come out, right? Somebody said, what if that is somebody trying to burn the tree to make the Archon come out? And it might be a pretty far-fetched theory, but, you know, I do love a good far-fetched theory, so I guess we'll see when it finally happens. It's kind of dark if that is the case, but it's interesting. It could reveal a lot that is hidden. And that's pretty much all I wanted to go through. I mean, the whole trailer has so many hidden lore moments. There's probably some more that I've missed as well, but I wanted to go through it and just have a look and see if I noticed anything else. And thankfully, I didn't today because I've already gone through it a few times. But if you noticed anything that I didn't, let me know down in the comments. Let me know if you want more kind of deep dives onto trailers like this, pick it apart bit by bit, show you my thoughts, which, again, it's totally headcanon. It might be completely false, it might be just that they forgot to add textures into the trailers, but this is Hoyoverse. I really don't think they'd do that. The biggest takeaway for me with this has got to be the whole thing with the light element. I really hope the Traveler gets a portion of their power back, whether it be through forbidden knowledge or whatever. And I hope we get to meet some cool people. I want to meet Dottore, I want to see Skara again, I would love to meet either Alice, the Unknown God, or Esteroth, but I don't see us meeting 2 out of 3 of those people anytime soon. Anyway, let me know. I'm very excited for Sumeru. I hope you are as well, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you later.